What are hip flexors muscles? The hip flexors are several muscles that bring your legs and trunk together in a flexion movement. They allow you to move your leg or knee up towards your torso, as well as to bend your torso forward at the hip. When you move your knee towards your body, many muscles start to work. These are hip flexors muscles. Hip flexor muscles include the iliacus. The iliacus is a flat, triangular muscle which fills the iliac fossa. It forms the lateral portion of iliopsoas, providing flexion of the thigh and lower limb at the acetabulo-femoral joint. The psoas muscle connects your spine to your leg. This muscle is the only muscle that goes from your lower back through your pelvis, from your front of hip where it does attach to the top of your femur, which is called thigh bone. Pectineus muscle. The pectineus muscle lies at the top of your inner thigh. It is also called groin muscle. The major work of this muscle is for hip flexion, and it rotates your thigh and adducts. When your muscles contract, it pulls your legs together. Rectus femoris muscle. There are 4 quadriceps muscles. Rectus femoris muscle is one of them that attach your pelvis to your patellar tendon of your knee. When you do lunges and squats workout, you exercise rectus femoris muscle. Sartorius muscle. Sartorius muscle is very long and thin muscle. It is the longest muscle in human body. It is in the anterior region of the thigh. Sartorius muscle function is very important, and this muscle is responsible for rotating your thigh at the hip point. What causes hip flexor strain? It can happen that some way through too much use of your hip flexor muscles, or a sudden movements or sudden pull or falls, you strain or tear any of your hip flexor muscles, which may result in sore and painful experience. If you are one of those people who jump a lot, or pull your thigh backward when stretching your muscles or run while performing high knee kicks, then you have a higher risk of damaging these hip flexor muscles than other people. So you have to do hip exercises professionally and do hip flexor stretch with ease. There are many work-at-home hip flexor stretch exercises for tight flexor release, and to strengthen them, but you have to make sure of which muscles need to be strengthened, so do some test before you start just working out these muscles, because wrong exercises could damage your hip flexor muscles even more. Tight flexor release could be tricky if you don't know what you are doing. Tight hip flexors can lead to a limited range of motion, poor posture, lower back, and hip pain, and even injuries. Having tight hip flexors could limit your movement, and forcing yourself to do posture may result in injuries, so the muscles need to get a proper workout. Make sure to rest the damaged muscles. If you do stretch your muscles as an everyday routine, you may stop doing this until the pain or damage is over. You could do other less stressful activities to work out, like swimming or riding a bicycle. Doing some squats, hip hinges like deadlifts, step-ups, lunges will stretch and strengthen your hip flexor muscles. So if you work out these hip exercises in a variety on your everyday workout routine, you will have strong hip flexor muscles. Activities like running or cycling do not have much effect on working out your hip flexor muscles, so it is better to do some hip strengthening exercises. So hip flexor stretch will help to strengthen your hip flexor muscles. Here are some basic hip strengthening exercises.
This variant with a knee bend is recommended for beginners because the work performed by the gluteus maximus is less intense.
A professional instruction has been prepared by a professional fitness trainer with many years of experience. This instruction guides you how to work out your hip flexor muscles the right way, how to do hip strengthening exercises, hip flexor stretch, and how to do tight flexor release. The website link to the instruction is in the description area. Visit the site now. Many people have been satisfied using it. Hopefully it will be helpful to you. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this will be helpful for you. Please leave a comment, like and subscribe to my channel.